today's workout, day number 11, over halfway through it, we're going to hammer 2 body parts. Now each body part is going to have 3 different exercises to it. So exercise number 1 being the hardest, exercise number 2 being kind of middle of the road, and exercise number 3 being the easiest. Now we're going to hammer those muscles from different angles and different loading parameters, which is really going to help you to really train it as hard as you can, and I guarantee you'll probably feel good afterwards. So exercise number 1 for our workout is going to be for your legs. So the first 3 exercises are all going to be for the front of your legs, so you're going to feel this really big in your quads. So we're going to use this chair. So chances are you do have a chair at home. If not, you might have something that you can step onto outside. So we're going to use this chair and we're going to do step-ups. So the key thing in all of these exercises is that the harder exercise, you're going to go slower on the way down, and the easier exercise, because you're going to have more reps, you don't have to control that much. Alright, so step up. So what I want you to do is foot on the seat. Now, you're not just going to try and step straight up, right? I want you to lean forward so you've got most of your weight on the chair before you even start moving. So lean forward, most of the weight's on the chair, and my foot's starting to come up. So from there, you're going to try and transfer as much weight as you can onto the chair, and then bring yourself up. Now once you're here, I want you to control yourself down. So 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. Now that's 1 rep. You're going to do 6 repetitions of your step ups, and then we'll move into the next exercise. Alright, so exercise number 2, grab your bag. So we're going to do bag squats in a goblet in the front position, and we're going to do what's called a 1 1/4 squat. So here's what it will look like. So grab your bag, bring it to your chest, and you're going to hold it with both hands in front like this. So 1 1/4 squat, you're going to go down as far as you can for 3 seconds, come up a little bit, back down, and then back up. So down for 3, 2, 1, up, down, and up. So that's not a pulse, so you're not going to bounce out of the bottom. You're going to control yourself up, come back down, and then bring yourself up. So that you're going to do for 12 repetitions before you move on to exercise number 3. Here's your 3rd exercise. So with this one, you might need to use a bench or a table or something that's going to give you a little bit of support and make it easier to come up. So I'm down here on my knees. So this is called a reverse Nordic. So all you're going to do is lean back and then come back up. So what I want you to think about is when you do your leaning back, is that you're not just leaning back like that. You're leaning back with a straight back. So shoulders go back, but hips stay forward as far as you can, and then come back up. So if you've ever been in the gym and done a leg curl where you kind of move your leg up and down like that, this is going to be the version that you can do at home. By the way, 25 reps of this exercise. So if we want to recap, the step up, 6 reps, 4 seconds down, back up. The second exercise, front squat, 3 seconds down, little pulse or a little movement, a quarter movement, and then back up, 12 reps. And then into your reverse Nordics on the ground, 25 reps. So you're going to do this 1 round, rest for 2 minutes, do it again. Now if you feel like you can do more after 2 rounds, you can do a 3rd, or you could even do a 4th if you want. But rest 2 minutes between each round. Alright, so if you did that workout right for the legs, then you should have been wobbling off just a little bit, because you know it hurts a little bit. So I did 2 rounds today, and I got enough of a pump on my quads to make sure that, you know, I think that they're working, but I'm not going to do too much because I don't want to overtrain. I still want to be able to train again maybe in 2 days time. So we're going to move on to the back training. So what you're going to need is your chair and your backpack for this one as well. So I brought it outside just because it's easier for me to film, but you can definitely do this in a confined space like I did in the office. You can do it in your kitchen, you can do it in your living room if you want to. So we've got, again, 3 exercises, 6 reps for the first one. You're going to accentuate the negative, so the downward phase for 4 seconds, and then come back up. The second exercise, you're going to do 12 reps, again, slowing down the downward phase. And then the third exercise, you're going to do 25 reps, but you're just going to basically do it under control, but you're not going to try and slow things down too much. Again, don't want to drop it, but you want to make sure it's going well. So that's going to be your bent over row for exercise number 3. Right, so this first exercise is going to be a school bag full of books or whatever is heavy pullover. So you're going to use this chair to rest your upper back, shoulders and neck on, but you're going to have your feet out and it's going to be in like a glute bridge. So I'll do a couple reps. Alright, so just in terms of comfort, I angle myself off away from the back of the chair just a little bit so that that arm that's closest to the back of the chair can actually pass through. Make sure that when you bring it up, you're not going to bring it up past basically your hands facing directly to the sky. You want your arms to be vertical or slightly that way, so towards your head. If you bring it any further, then the weight's not actually working in the right places. You're going to start feeling it in different places. So what you want to feel is this muscle here, your lats. So just underneath your armpit for this one. So again, 6 reps, 4 seconds that way, 1 second back up, and we're going to repeat that. We've done this one before as well. This is the single arm row. So you're going to use your chair just to place your hand up against. So if you imagine I've got the bag in my hand here, hips go back, you're going to pull the bag up in towards your ribs and then back down. So making sure that when you pull in, your elbow doesn't flare out like that, because then the shoulder's not really pulling back far enough for your back. Keep your elbow tucked in and really trying to turn that shoulder around. So you can turn your chest slightly, but make sure you can feel that right between your shoulders. So last exercise, so 25 reps on this, the bag bent over row. So you're going to tip forward from the hips. Again, we've done this one before, tipping forward from the hips, keeping your chest up so that back's in a nice flat position. And you're just going to pull your arms in towards your ribs, squeezing the shoulder blades together as you do so. So 6 lying pullovers, 12 single arm rows, and then 25 bent over rows for this.